I look so dressed down today. My outfit reflects my mood. Lazy. Just that lazy wear today. Oh, yeah. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kiya Boyd and you know what it is. So today I'm going to be talking about surviving the loneliness in Korea. God, are you there? Living here can be kind of difficult sometimes because I'm not Korean and my skin a little different. A lot of days I feel kind of lonely. You know, you have the military base and you have foreigner friends here because I'm a foreigner, so you know, other foreigners who live here. But even when you try to fit into Korean society or like just integrate, it's kind of like putting a square into a circle. It just doesn't fit. Doesn't matter how hard you try. Sometimes it's just like, even if you speak Korean fluently and you live with Korean people and like you do everything in Korean and just like you understand the culture, you respected all these things, it's still kind of difficult not to feel alone sometimes. They won't always completely understand you and you won't always completely understand them. And that's okay. You're never going to be completely understood and people aren't always going to completely understand you. I can't say that I have a lot of friends here who look exactly like me, skin color wise. I can't also say that I don't get homesick every once in a while. Not necessarily like I want to go back to America, but you know, you miss your family. I miss my family sometimes, and I miss certain things about back home that, you know, really make me sad while living here. And it's been almost 3 years. It's been 3 years, practically. It's been like 4 years since I even came here. I really enjoy Korea and I enjoy Korean life and I enjoy Korean culture and Korean food and these things and I respect it. But sometimes I'm just like, ugh. Vacation, please. Since I can't take a vacation every other day of the month or every other day of the week, you just kind of got to find a way to survive. And I don't feel like it's just Korea I would have this problem in, but probably in Europe if I wanted to go live there, or even in freaking Australia. Like, it's just because it's not something that you're completely familiar with. But I love Korea, and obviously if I didn't like it I would just go back home, but no, that's not what I'm doing. So, deal with me. So, if I had to suggest any tips for surviving the loneliness, I would say, well, number one, obviously make some friends. You can't sit in the house all day and just watch TV or Netflix like I do. You gotta get out there and actually talk to people. You have to make friends. Like, you need friends. Sometimes I think that, you know, I could just go without people. I can just stay at home whenever I'm not working and just like relax and unwind. But then after a few days, I feel such a loneliness and such a sadness from not being around people. And that could be because I'm an extrovert, so I want to talk to everyone and say, hey, hi, what's up? Ooh, 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 ooh. What's up, people? Even if you're an introvert, I feel like after a while it would get to be kind of depressing and kind of not good for your health. So get out there and make friends. And if you want to make friends, I suggest language exchanges, I have said before. You'll be on your way to making friends in no time. The second thing I would suggest, get a pet. I know a pet seems like a really big responsibility, but at the same time, they're your friend too. Some of you might have allergies to some cats or dogs, so if that's the case, I would suggest getting a reptile like I have. Yeah, I actually have a pet, and he's a turtle. And his name's Patrick. So yeah, I love my little turtle. Here's my baby Patrick. Look at my baby. This is my turtle Patrick. I hope you can see him. He's so small, oh my god. Look at him, he's looking at me like I'm so crazy, like put me back in my tank. He wants to be in the camera too. He likes to climb, obviously. I do tiny turtle dance. He don't want a turtle dance right now, he's pissed. You okay, Patrick? Okay, he's going back. He's going back before he pees on me. He did it once already, so. So yeah, that's Patrick there. Yeah, his name is Patrick, like Patrick from SpongeBob. Who doesn't love SpongeBob? SpongeBob's the best. So, I keep him around for those days when I'm really lonely and I just kind of want something to play with, kind of want something to look at, kind of like to play with him, kind of like to So keeping a pet is a really good idea. I wanted a dog so badly, but my company didn't allow me, so I didn't get a dog. They said I wouldn't have enough time to take care of him or her, so I didn't get one. Tears. So yeah, Patrick's the next best thing. Third, I would suggest exercising. Exercise has been proven to show really great results when it comes to depression or feelings of anxiety. Exercise is pretty good at making it feel a little bit better. It's so good some days when I feel down and I just want to crawl into bed and, you know, play video games because I love video games. I'll get up, I'll put on my coat, jacket, whatever's around, and I'll go for a walk. And taking a walk here is actually really nice. It's safe, even at night. So I can go at 4 a.m. if I decide to, 5 a.m., 3 a.m. just walking around, kind of to clear my head, get some fresh air, breathe. It's really helpful and it makes me feel a lot better. Next, I would say having a social life is very important here. Not necessarily very important, but you know, get closer with like your coworkers, hanging out with like your language exchange friends. You could also go to meetups. There's so many Facebook groups for different things. There's Facebook groups for women who live in Korea. There's Facebook groups for African American women in Korea and African American men in Korea, or just African people in general in Korea. There's groups for hair, groups for people who have mental illnesses, or there's groups for people who just feel lonely in Korea in general. There's pretty much a group for everything in Korea. Like anything that you can think of, there's a group for it. And if you don't find a specific group like that you're looking for with that name, you could always join a group that's something similar to it, and then you can just go ahead and like network through the group itself and make friends that way. That's a really good way to like keep up on your social life. Don't forget to like go out with these people. You don't have to drink, but sometimes maybe like go out to dinner, go out to coffee. Try to go out as much as possible. Just keep yourself non-isolated. Because I can honestly say in Korea, I've had a lot of days that were like that, where I was so lonely. I felt so lonely and I felt so sad, even with my friends here and my company, and even with just my turtle. I felt lonely and I felt sad and I felt like no one could understand me. The last thing I would suggest, talk to a therapist. I know that sounds kind of cliche. Maybe it just sounds kind of like, what? But no, seriously, talking to a therapist, I don't see how anyone couldn't benefit from therapy. It's great. Or even counseling. You're in another country by yourself, or if you're not by yourself, you're just somewhere where you're not completely familiar with. Sometimes you just need someone to talk to. And I think that living here, there could be times where there's a lot of miscommunications or a lot of misunderstandings. If you're a person who is not Korean, you could experience racism. My own experiences, I've dealt with it quite a bit. Didn't feel too great. Kind of had me questioning, like, why am I here? Like, why would I stay somewhere where people didn't want me? And then I started thinking about therapy itself, because, you know, I have all these feelings and I have all these things that I just think, and I have my thoughts and I want to tell it to someone, and I want to talk to someone, and I want someone to just kind of tell me that it's gonna be okay. And so therapy, it's definitely not cheap. It's pretty expensive here. But going online, you can find reasonably priced therapists. Talkspace, I've heard of that. But if you want something actually like in front of someone to sit down in Seoul, I would recommend using the free resources that they give foreigners. There's so many resources where they allow foreigners to get free to super cheap therapy, counseling. And it's offered by the government. I've went through that service that they offered, and it was really beneficial. I would suggest therapy all the way, because why not? Who couldn't use someone to talk to? It's a good idea if you're deciding to live here. If you want to be a trainee, or if you just want to be a regular person living in Korea. Really good to have someone to talk to. Well, that's all I can give you for surviving the loneliness. I have my days, but it's not all bad. And if I ever need cheering up, really, I just think of the reason why I came here. And it helps to put things in perspective for me, and it calms me, makes me happy, and I remember to keep going. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell me your thoughts, ask me any questions that you have in the comments. If you have any ideas for any videos that you want me to make, please let me know down there. And I will see you guys very soon. So thank you for watching.
Being the dad, work it and get goosebumps whenever I picture us split.
Tell